Welcome, dear listener. Tonight, we're taking a slow and peaceful journey into the heart of nature, a day in the life of a hippo. Imagine yourself drifting through cool waters, basking under the warm sun, and grazing beneath a sky full of stars. This story is designed to help you relax, let go of the day, and gently drift into sleep. Before we begin, if you enjoy calming bedtime stories like this one, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us bring you more soothing journeys to help you rest and recharge. Now, find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and let the river carry you into a night of deep and peaceful dreams. Let's begin. You wake slowly, as though surfacing from a dream that stretches as wide as the river itself. The first sensation is the coolness, the way the water clings to your thick skin, heavy and comforting, and the faint touch of mud beneath you. For a long moment, you don't move. You simply exist in that perfect space between night and morning, when the world holds its breath. Above you, the sky is a pale watercolor of pink and soft gold. The sun has only just begun its climb, and its warmth feels distant, almost shy. A light mist curls over the river, veiling the surface in silver ribbons. You blink slowly, your heavy eyelids parting to let in the soft shimmer of dawn. The air is alive with sound. Birds call from the trees along the riverbank. Liquid notes, bright trills, and soft coos that ripple like laughter through the mist. Somewhere close, a fish leaps, breaking the surface with a sharp splash, before vanishing again. You hear the faint hum of insects in the reeds, and the quiet gurgle of water swirling against stones. You breathe deeply through your wide nostrils. The air tastes fresh and damp, carrying the green scent of reeds, the musk of wet earth, and something faintly sweet from the flowers that bloom along the distant shore. Each breath fills you with calm, grounding you in this gentle, endless place. Slowly, you stir. The mud that held you all night releases its grip in thick, sticky strands. You shift your massive body, feeling the weight of yourself, the quiet power of muscles layered beneath smooth grey skin. There is no hurry. There is never any hurry here. The river teaches patience, and you have learned it well. As you lift your head, water drips from your chin and splashes into tiny craters below. Your ears flick lazily, sending a fine mist into the air. You yawn, and the sound is deep and low, rolling like distant thunder before fading into the quiet morning hum. You glance around. A few meters away, the rounded backs of your pod rise gently above the water. Some of them still sleep, their nostrils just breaking the surface, while others stir like you, grunting softly as they greet the day. Their presence is steady and reassuring, as familiar as the river itself. You rise a little higher, hauling yourself until your feet find the shallower edge of the bank. The mud squelches between your toes, cool and smooth. For a moment, you pause, half in water, half on land, feeling the line between two worlds. Behind you, the river whispers. Ahead, the grasslands stretch endlessly, their tips shimmering with dew. The sky brightens. The mist begins to thin, curling away like breath on a mirror. You watch as the first strong rays of sunlight reach across the river, setting the water aglow with molten gold. You feel the warmth touch your back, faint but growing, a promise of the long day ahead. You take another slow breath. The day belongs to you. There are no clocks here, no ticking minutes, only the patient turning of the sun, the rhythm of the river, and the quiet certainty that everything will unfold as it should. With a deep, rumbling sigh, you take your first steps toward the water, ready to let it carry you once more. The water is waiting for you, calm and deep, its surface rippling softly beneath the tender fingers of the morning breeze. You lower yourself into it slowly, savoring the way it rises to meet you, hugging every curve and weight of your massive body. As you sink deeper, the river lifts the heaviness from your bones, carrying you in its cool embrace. The first touch of complete immersion is pure relief. The warmth of the sandbank fades, replaced by a silky coolness that seeps into your skin, soothing and clean. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the water cradle you. Time feels different here, slower, stretched like the current. You draw in one last breath and slide fully beneath the surface. At once, the world changes. Sound folds into itself, soft and distant, as though the river is holding every noise in its gentle hands. The light becomes a trembling dance of gold and green, shifting with every ripple above you. You open your eyes and watch fish dart between drifting reeds, their bodies flashing silver as they vanish into the dimness. Down here, you feel like a secret, hidden and safe, a silent giant moving in a world of shadows. You press your feet against the riverbed and glide forward, weightless. Every movement is smooth, effortless, the water carrying you as much as you carry yourself. When your lungs whisper for air, you rise slowly. The surface parts with a soft splash, and your nostrils flare wide, pulling in the sweet breath of morning. You snort gently, sending tiny droplets flying like jewels into the sunlight. The world above greets you with its shimmering brightness. Birds looping through the sky, insects buzzing in clouds of gold dust, and the far-off laughter of monkeys swinging through trees. Nearby, another hippo lifts its head, round and dark against the bright river. Its small ears twitch, catching every sound, and for a moment your eyes meet. There is no need for words. In this quiet, your shared presence is its own conversation, a language older than time, spoken without sound. Together, you drift. The current nudges you like an old friend, carrying you a little downstream where the reeds grow thick and tall. Their tips bend in the breeze, brushing the sky like paint on canvas. Tiny dragonflies skim the surface, their wings flashing like shards of glass, and frogs croak softly from hidden hollows. You hold your breath again and sink once more, your massive body disappearing into the river's cool heart. It feels like a dream, a slow, weightless dream where nothing matters but the movement of water and the steady beat of your heart. You could stay here forever, floating between silence and sound, shadow and light. When you rise again, the sun is higher, spilling gold across the rippling skin of the river. The day is opening wide, and you are ready to meet it, carried on the back of the water's endless calm. By the time you reach the shallows again, the sun has claimed the sky. It hangs above like a glowing coin, its heat pouring down in waves that shimmer on the surface of the river. You feel the warmth on your back, soaking through your skin in a slow, drowsy tide. You wade toward a sandbank that gleams like ivory in the noon light. Each step sends ripples spreading outward in perfect rings. The water slips away from your body, revealing the soft, grey curve of your sides, slick and glistening. The mud squelches underfoot, cool and forgiving, until at last you heave yourself onto the sunlit sand. The bank cradles you in heat. Grains of sand cling to your damp skin, dotting you with tiny golden specks. You settle heavily, your belly sinking into the warmth, and exhale a long sigh that rumbles like distant thunder. The air smells different here, drier, carrying the faint spice of wild grass and the sweet trace of flowers hidden beyond the reeds. Around you, life stirs. A little bird alights on your broad back, its feet light as whispers. It pecks gently at your skin, searching for tiny insects. You feel the tickle of its movements, but do not move. Its rhythm is soothing, like the brush of wind through tall grass. Above, a heron glides in perfect silence, its wings casting fleeting shadows on the glittering water. In the distance, you hear the trumpeting call of elephants as they move toward a grove of trees. The ground seems to hum faintly beneath their heavy steps, even from so far away. Closer, the chatter of monkeys ripples through the air, mingling with the cries of bright birds and the low buzz of bees. You close your eyes, surrendering to the sun. It presses against you like a heavy blanket, wrapping your body in warmth. Your breath slows. Time softens, loses its edges. the world becomes a blur of heat and hum, and you drift into a half sleep where the river still whispers in the background. Somewhere deep inside, you know this is what life means. Not rushing, not chasing, but resting in the steady pulse of the earth, the slow breath of the river, and the endless sky above. The day slides quietly toward evening, and the heat begins to soften. The sun, which only hours ago blazed overhead, now lowers itself toward the horizon, painting the sky in slow strokes of orange and rose. The light reflects off the water like molten copper, shimmering with each ripple. You shift on the warm sand, lifting your head. For a long time, you have basked in the sun's glow, your skin gleaming like polished stone. But now, a quiet stirring moves inside you. Not urgency, not hunger as sharp as a blade, but a low hum, a reminder of the long night ahead. Your body knows it is time. You rise with slow determination, every muscle rolling beneath your thick skin. The sand releases you reluctantly, grains sliding in soft cascades as you move. Your heavy feet press deep into the earth, leaving round impressions that fill with shadow as the light fades. You pause for a breath, feeling the air cool against your warm skin, carrying with it the scent of dusk, the sweetness of drying grass, the faint musk of earth, the quiet promise of night. The river murmurs behind you, a steady voice that never ceases. You turn toward the grasslands, where the wind moves through tall blades in rippling waves, whispering secrets to the darkening sky. Shadows stretch long and thin across the ground, and above, the first stars blink awake in the pale wash of twilight. Your legs carry you forward in slow, deliberate steps. You feel the ground change beneath you, the soft mud of the riverbank giving way to firm earth, then the springy carpet of grass. Each step presses the sense of life upward, releasing the fragrance of crushed stems and sun-warmed soil. You breathe deeply, filling your vast lungs with the cool breath of evening. The air hums with sound. Frogs croaking from hidden pools, cicadas beginning their endless song, and the far-off call of a night bird threading through the trees. Somewhere, water drips in a slow rhythm, echoing faintly like a memory. Ahead, the savannah opens wide, a vast plain washed in the last blush of day. Acacia trees stand like dark silhouettes against the glowing horizon. A breeze stirs, carrying with it a shiver of coolness that brushes across your skin. The heat of noon is gone, replaced by the tender breath of night, and it soothes you like water after fire. You pause for a moment, the world stretching endlessly in every direction, and feel something settle deep within you, a sense of belonging, as sure as the river's flow. You are not rushing. There is no need. The night will wait, and the grasses will whisper your name beneath the stars. You take another step, and another, until the river's song fades behind you, and the quiet music of the open plains rises to greet you. Hunger hums softly, patient and calm, guiding your slow journey into the heart of the coming night. By the time you reach the grazing fields, the day has folded itself into night. Above you, the sky is a vast ocean of velvet, scattered with stars that gleam like shards of ice. The moon hangs low, a pale lantern casting a silver glow across the land, softening every edge, turning the world into a dream of shadows and light. The air is cool now, sliding over your skin like silk. You can taste the night on your tongue, the sweetness of dew forming on leaves, the faint tang of distant rain that lingers on the breeze. Around you, the savannah hums with secret life. In the distance, a hyena laughs softly, the sound thin as smoke. A pair of nightjars call to each other in plaintive tones. The grasses rustle under the slow tread of unseen creatures, moving like whispers through the dark. You lower your head to the earth, and the first mouthful of grass fills your mouth with freshness, green and clean, carrying the memory of sunlight. You tear it free in a soft crunch, the sound swallowed by the open night. Another mouthful follows, and another, until the rhythm becomes a kind of music. The quiet rasp of teeth, the steady breath between bites, the rustle of your movements through the grass. As you graze, the moonlight catches on the curve of your back, painting you in silver. Fireflies drift nearby, tiny sparks winking in the darkness like living stars. Each one moves in a slow arc, glowing and fading, as though marking the passage of time in luminous sighs. You walk as you eat, the grasses parting before you in gentle waves. Your steps are heavy, yet the earth welcomes them, giving softly beneath your weight. Every so often, you lift your head to scan the horizon. Far away, the river gleams faintly, a ribbon of liquid light winding through the night. There is no rush. The night is deep and wide, and it belongs to you. You graze until the low hum of hunger fades into quiet satisfaction, until your belly feels full and heavy with the sweetness of the land. Then you pause, standing still beneath the stars, listening to the endless murmur of life all around you. Above, the constellations wheel slowly across the sky, ancient and patient. Their light falls on your skin, cool and distant, and you feel a kinship with them, as though you, too, are part of their eternal dance, a quiet point of life in the vast fabric of night. At last, when the night has ripened and the moon begins its slow descent, you turn back toward the river. The grasses part behind you in soft sighs, as you retrace your steps, moving with unhurried grace through the sleeping savannah. Your breath puffs faintly in the cool air, rising like smoke before fading into the dark. The path feels different now. Shadows lie deeper, pooling beneath trees like ink. The breeze is gentler, carrying the scent of water, clean and cool, tinged with mud and reeds. Each step brings you closer to that familiar music, the low murmur of the river calling you home. When at last you see it, your heart settles in quiet relief. The water gleams like spilled silver under the moon, its surface smooth as glass, except for the tender ripples where it kisses the shore. The reeds sway softly, whispering in voices only the night can hear. You pause at the edge, letting the sight wash over you. Behind you, the plains stretch silent and infinite. Before you, the river curves like a sleeping serpent, eternal and unbroken. This is your place, where earth and water meet, where night cradles the world in its cool arms. You step forward, and the first touch of mud greets you like an old friend. It squelches between your toes, thick and cool, clinging as if reluctant to let you go again. Then the water rises to your ankles, your knees, your belly, until at last you are floating once more, the river holding you in its gentle embrace. The night feels softer here. The sounds of the savannah fade, replaced by the tender lap of water against your skin, the distant croak of frogs, and the occasional plop of a fish breaking the surface. Above, the moon glows low, brushing the water with strokes of light, and stars crowd close as though leaning in to listen. You move deeper, your body easing into the familiar rhythm of the current. Every ache melts away, every trace of weight forgotten. You are part of the river now, its strength, its patience, its endless quiet song. The river welcomes you home. You find a shallow bend where the water hums low and steady, a place where reeds grow thick and the mud is soft as velvet. Around you, your pod is already gathered, their round shapes rising like islands in the moonlight. Some grunt softly in greeting, a sound that rumbles like distant drums. Others doze, their nostrils just breaking the surface, their breath a slow rhythm that rocks the night. You settle among them, lowering your body into the mud until the coolness wraps around you like a second skin. The water cradles your weight, the earth holds you firm, and together they create a perfect balance. Stillness without effort, rest without end. The night stretches above you, vast and jeweled. Stars spill across the sky in a glittering tide, and the moon lingers low, silvering the world with its pale light. You watch it for a while, your eyes half closed, until its glow becomes a blur and then a memory. The river sings softly, a lullaby woven from ripples and whispers. Frogs croak from hidden hollows. Crickets weave their endless song. In the distance a lion calls. A deep, rolling sound that drifts through the darkness like smoke. It does not frighten you. It is only another note in the music of the night. A sound older than fear, older than time. Your breath slows. Your heartbeat drifts into harmony with the river's endless pulse. Sleep comes not as a wave, but as a tide, rising gently, silently, carrying you deeper and deeper until the world above fades into shadow and the world within blooms with quiet light. You are heavy and weightless, grounded and free. The night wraps you in its vast, tender arms, and the river hums its eternal song. You let go, you drift, you dream. And somewhere in the soft dark of the African night, a hippo sleeps, and in that dream, so do you.